straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. And while I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids, I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
Dad, Lucy found something too.
Dad, I found a joint in Mom's dresser drawer.
Initialize the layer, mask black to full transparency. My Twitch doesn't show anything. It's just a black screen. Let me look at Twitch real quick. You know, I recently just got
no pattern. There
better TTV. Maybe that's
destruction, and I.
Oh, you're right. It is only a black screen here. See what's going on there. It must have been from I'm just gonna close it for now. I'll just stream on YouTube. But I'm assuming it has to do with me factory resetting my computer. I'll try to figure out what's going on there. So what are we doing today? So today, originally I was planning on releasing a new version of the game every Friday. We could possibly still do that, but it's gonna be kind of hard. We'll see. Why would I factory reset? It's just to clean up the computer. Sometimes there's just so much on the computer that you can't really clean yourself. And so it usually just it increases your speed too, because like there might be some software that you don't realize is running in the background, stuff like that. So I like to do it once in a while. Probably like once every 2 years I factory reset. So, need to figure out how to add. Need to alpha the gradient or make it transparent. Make sure your current layer has an alpha channel. Go to layer mask, add layer mask. Select type. Set your gradient to FG. Your gradient to FG to BG. Okay. Let's see if there's an option for that somewhere here. Oh wait, it is FG to VG. So add alpha. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have to edit this color here, I believe. So it's not allowing me to edit these colors at all. Oh wait, whoops. Oh, we have. Alright, let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay. Man, my back is at it again. What's wrong with your back, bro? Alright, so we'll do something like this. I think that's perfect. What I'm going to be using, this is going to be the kind of like a guide for each of our chapters or for each of our rooms. There's going to be this light coming out from the next adjacent room, and we're just going to be putting this on each of our checkpoints. We'll see. Oh, I misread that. Man, back at it again. Not my back, your back. Yeah. I try to stream every day. Sometimes I don't stream for long, but I try to make a habit out of it. call this checkpoint room light, or checkpoint new room check point. Now you're back. You are back. I got it. Alright, so what we're going to do for each of these room switchers is we'll add... Actually, we might want to add this as a light source. We'll see what we want to do. For now, I'm going to add it as a sprite. And actually, well, we'll see what it looks like. So it could look like that. It does look a little too strong at the moment. But there's only one way to find out. Hey, how's it going, Malum? Or M3 Alum. Alright, so all of our scenes are gonna have this. Let's just see how it looks. We might want to make it a light node instead. Yeah, it's gonna look a little strange right now, but we're only concerned with these edge pieces right here. So yeah, that's sort of what we want it to look like. And honestly, that looks pretty good. I don't like the idea that our light sort of illuminates it as well, so we're gonna get rid of that. But other than that, it looks pretty good. What we could do is add a texture to it. Unshaded canvas material. We're gonna reduce the size. Honestly, we might. Yeah, we'll keep it like this. Let's run it one more time. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I do want to make it a little less noticeable though. Reduce the alpha. Maybe something like that. What's the lore of the game? So, based on the name of the game, you could make some assumptions. It's called Afterlife. And so, throughout this game, you're in some sort of... Well, you don't know you're in the afterlife, or the player doesn't know they're in the afterlife, but you as... The protagonist doesn't know they're in the afterlife, but the main character, or the player, knows that they're in the afterlife. And you're basically just exploring through, trying to figure out what's going on, and you help people along the way. So like the current story involves you helping lost souls who aren't able to, like proceed through the afterlife. And you're also one of those lost souls, and you figure out towards the end of the game what you need to do to free your soul. Oh, there is one thing we're gonna have to do. So right now you can see that all of our checkpoints have this light on it. We're gonna have to set it up so that only these end rooms have it. But we're also gonna have to have the ability to flip the lights. So yeah, let's start doing that. Man, that's deep. Yeah, maybe it's a little deep. I would like to have a good message in the game, but I also don't want to take it too seriously. Like, I don't want it to be corny. So that's why there's like no dialogue in the game. So like the song is distracting. Basically, there's no dialogue, so like the player can interpret the story however they like. If they want it to be deep, it can be deep. If they want it to just be another video game, it could be just that as well. Alright, so I'm thinking either we want to set this as its own scene, and if we have a like end room export value here, we'll add it. So let's do this. Let's do and we're going to want to save this sprite as a scene. Oh, another thing we could technically do, we could technically have it so that in each of our rooms we read the tile map, and if there's an opening, we place it at that opening. The only thing is there's no way for us to tell what's the end of a room, so we will have to do this manually, because like technically these two openings are on the same side, and who's to say this is the next part of the room? So yeah, we will have to do all of this manually. Yeah, so you're helping out lost souls, and usually these souls are, they're lost for a reason, so either they're suffering, or, maybe they're greedy or something like that, but you can still choose to help them. And then at the end, you can choose either to help yourself or continue to be a lost soul. Alright, so we didn't save this just yet. Save this into effects, and we'll call this end of room light. Alright, so export var end of room light. Actually, we don't technically need this to be here. I might want to save this in our world, actually, and have it grab it there. So then we're preloading this instance so many times where we don't really need it. We can also have it set to load. So what we can say here is this is usually false. And then in our ready function, also we're going to have another var that says end of room direction. And actually, we'll say end. Technically, we do want to grab like every direction, because sometimes we might have entrances that are on the ceiling or maybe even on the ground. But for now, I'm just going to handle left and right. So let's do end right, or we'll do end left is equal to true. If it's false, then we'll set it to go to the right, because right now we only have two directions, but we might want to handle more later on. Alright, so put it right here. If end of room we'll add a child. Add child. this. Dot instance. And actually what we'll do is var light is equal to this. And then we'll want to make sure that we flip these, or flip this light node. So light dot, what is it? Flip h. It's either dot set flip h or flip h. Let's look. Set flip h true or false. Actually, end left will be false here. I'll call this end right, actually. Oh wait, no, end left is correct. End left is usually false. Set flip end left, yeah. Maybe we should name it, we'll keep it like that. That should be everything. We might have to fix the positioning of this object. No, we definitely will. So let's just grab this transform, -16 and 4. Light dot position going to equal vector 2 -16 4. Hey, how's it going, Shrimrito's World? Alright, so let's see if this works. We're gonna have to do this to every room, which is a little unfortunate. What we could technically do is grab... No, there's no way to know it, because like sometimes we might have... you know, we might have a checkpoint here, we might have a checkpoint here, but then in other rooms the checkpoint is on the left, or it's in the middle, or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna have to do all of this manually. Let's see this room real quick. We could also put a light at the end of every room, but nah. Alright, yeah, so something like that. Let's see how it looks. You could also make it glow. You can add some sort of animation to it. I think that's what we're gonna do. Something like that. Oh wait, no. That is not what we wanted. We wanted to shrink from the left side. How do we do that? I guess what we could do is maybe... I think first what we'll want to do is make sure that it's not centered. Try this one more time. We might want to flip this animation actually, or flip it so that it's on its origin is on the corner here. So it would look like this, and then it would go from left to right. Let's just try it out. So this is the first one, and we go here. Shrink it. Then if we play it, yeah, that's sort of what we want. So yeah, let's go back into GIMP really quick. I mean, another thing we could just do is just flip it horizontally. So this flips the image. And if we were to flip it again, this would happen. Oh, we can also set an offset here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. All right, let's go back here. This is our original size. If it's on the left side, we'll set the positioning here to 24. Oh, or negative 24. Nope, negative. Alright, something like that. And then setting up, managing the scale here, it'll animate fine. It'll look like that. Actually, I want to do something like that. So this offset is negative 64. If it's 0, then it flips, and we'd have to fix the positioning here. Let's put this back. 64. We'll add a script. Should we add the script here? We can add it to our room switcher, to be honest. Now let's add it here. Alright, so vector 2 dot left, we're going to keep these values here. So global or local or position is going to equal this here, negative 16.4. And then our offset is this. Okay. Offset is going to equal negative 64. And then for vector 2 dot right, our offset is going to be 0, 0. We're going to want to flip it. Wait, actually, yeah. We'll set this to 0. Our position is going to equal negative 8. $16.4, so I guess it's gonna, is it negative 4? Is that what we set it? I feel like negative 8 makes more sense. Alright, so position is apparently negative 8, negative 8. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we'll figure all of this out. This will be negative 8, and we'll actually set the flip here as well. So, flip H, set flip H is equal to true here. That should be it. Let's get rid of this animation for now. And then in our room switcher, instead of setting the light position, we'll do, oh, it is supposed to be 4. Let's set this back to 4. Light dot switch direction. Alright, that should be everything. And then we want to make sure that we're just playing this animation. So after switch direction, we'll just say technically, we actually want to do this when we've entered the room. We'll just do it for now over here to see if it works. Animation player dot play default. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm gonna add one here. End of room light is true, and end left is false. And then over here on the right side, we'll say end of room light and end left is true here. Alright, so the positioning is wrong for now. But it did grab the correct position there. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I wonder why the position here is so off though. Let's erase this for now. Alright, so I guess we don't have to manipulate the position, at least for this side, and then up here. Alright, so on the right side, it is a little wrong. Well, one, it's still flipped for some reason. Maybe because... Oh yeah, that's why. Because the scene itself was already flipped. Alright, one more time. Hey, how's it going, Grash? Alright, and we have to move this on the left side. It has to be -16, 0. Wait, what? Now it's even further away. So it has to be 16, 0. There we go. I don't know why it's the offset is wrong here. So I guess we do have to move it up 8 pixels. So this will be -8. Hopefully that's the last time we have to mess with that. There we go. I think the light animation is a little too strong. .75 and then 0.5. So let's start. Let's do maybe just 0.7 here. Hopefully that's enough. Maybe actually you might want to make this 0.7. and make this 0.65. Whoa. Something like that. Oh, and the reason why the positioning was wrong, because when we instance this child, or instance this object, we're actually grabbing its current position of, it's not centered, so that's why. If we did center it, then the positioning is would be correct, but we're actually grabbing this as the origin when we instance it. That's why on the right side we don't have to do anything, but on the left side we do. So if I ever edit that scene, you know, I feel like this is a little too strong. Let's edit this. Make a new layer, just in case. Something like that. Even that seems too much. I mean, what we could... Let me try with this one more time. Something like that. Alright, yeah, I think that's better. We might want to animate it again. We'll put this back at, what is this? This is 0.7, and then we'll make this, let's try 0.6, or maybe even 0.5. Hey, how's it going, Leaf Mud? There we go. So yeah, we're gonna have to do this to all of our rooms, unfortunately. Honestly, the more I look at it now, the more I think we can do a better job animating this. Also, the positioning is wrong. So what I think we're gonna want to do is over here. We could technically keep it the way it is, and then on vector 2.left, we're just going to have to set the positioning to, I guess it would be 0. Try this. Oh wait, whoops. This should still be -8. This should be 8. There we go. Yeah, we could do a better job animating that, but that'll be just a placeholder, and then we've saved it as its own scene, so if we ever want to edit it, we can. Now it's just a matter of going into each of our rooms and fixing it. Also, our new dynamic lights for the chain don't work properly. But I was planning on rewriting that anyway. let's try adding this to more of our rooms here. How many rooms do I have now? Honestly, I haven't made too much progress on the rooms. I've just been polishing them a whole bunch. In total, I have like, let's see. In total, we have like 81 rooms. But some of them I don't use. For the first chapter, it seems like we have like 40 rooms or so. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to polish all of them. I'm trying to think if there's a better way to implement these end of room lights. It's just that there's no way to tell. What we could technically do is add a raycast to each of these rooms, and basically, if we hit another room switcher, then that means that this is the entrance to. Like, we're never gonna have two checkpoints right on top of each other. So if it hits another checkpoint, which is in another room, it'll know that this is actually the right side. And then same with like all directions. So if we have one up here, there's usually going to be another checkpoint right above. So yeah, actually, I think that might be the best way to go about it. And then once we're done with that, we'll delete those raycasts. There is one more issue with that, and that's technically this room will check if there's something to the left of it. And if there is something to the left of it, then that means, like, technically we would get two lights here. So we'd get one light pointing outwards and then another one pointing left. But we only want the one pointing left. So we'd have to figure out we just might have to do all of this manually. Wouldn't be a big deal to do it all manually, it's just tedious. So I have to literally click on each of these rooms and add that light. Oh, another thing we could do is, technically, if we are iterating through each of these rooms one by one, usually they are in order of, like, you know, like, this is room 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like if we can iterate through all of them, going from the first room, we could determine the path that way. So basically, this raycat, like it would kind of act as like a link tree. We would first check this room. This room would check if it has any rooms connecting to it. If it does, it would check for this one, and then it would go to this one. And if it knows that this one already has a raycast hitting this one, it wouldn't add one there. The only issue is that if we go into a room that has multiple entrances, like this one, there's an entrance right here. Well, there's two entrances actually. So this one has one here, one here. Honestly, this would be fine too. We could technically have an entrance at each of these spots. This would basically tell us where's the right direction to go. So that would actually be fine. And then for a room that has a raycast on the right side, or on the left side here, we'd have one going in this direction. So then this one wouldn't activate, this one would, and we'd go in the right direction here. I think that's what we'll probably do. That way I don't have to do this for every room I make. I'm trying to think if there's any other issues we might have with it. We would want to grab the first room. And then another thing we have to account for is that this animation player is playing all the time. We're going to want to make sure it's only activated when we're in this room. Let's actually see if we have any issues with that. Oh, I just realized our camera is 0.167. Like our camera zoom, it's a little too zoomed out, or too, like, it's such a weird number. I wonder if that's messing with us at all. I'm gonna make the zoom 1 for now, just so that we can see if anything's being animated. Let's do 0.5 actually. Let's run the scene. Oh, actually, the zoom doesn't matter. So why is this so pushed out? Oh, it's because we have camera bounds. Let's look at main scene here. Let's get rid of these limits for now. Alright, so yeah. It's currently still being animated. So like every instance of those sprites need to be disabled. So what we'll do is, instead of having it play here, we'll have it play when we load up each of these rooms. Let's comment this out for now. Also, another thing that's strange. I don't know. Maybe I just messed up this room here. This shouldn't have an. Oh yeah, it shouldn't have an end room, right? That's why. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can start adding the raycasts. I remember, I think I did try to do it with room checks. I was gonna do it with another hitbox, checking if there's something to the right. So like basically what I would do is if this gray box were to collide with another one of these blue boxes, that's how we would determine the direction. But honestly, I think we can get the job done with raycasts as well. Room check. Let's see here. Yeah, let's use raycasts. So this will cast to, honestly, I think they're only 16 pixels apart for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, 16 should be enough. We'll make it 32. Just in case. Actually, 24. Exclude parent, and we want it to collide with areas only. And we'll add a signal to this, or maybe we'll add a script. Let me think here. Let's call this right. Also, sometimes we might want to rotate these checkpoints. This would mess around with it a little too much if we did rotate it. So I'm wondering, maybe we can just use one raycast and we would move around this raycast. So like at the start of like instancing each of these rooms, we would have it like check the right, check above, check to the left, and check to the bottom, and then it would check what cast it was at, and then normalize that and send that like as a signal as like which direction is the next room at. I think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah, let's do that. So actually, we'll just name this to adjacent room raycast, and it could be its own node. So we'll create a new function called check adjacent rooms, or check adjacent room, and then what we're gonna do is in this raycast, actually first we're also gonna add another. There's this room. Oh no, don't need to worry about that. Okay. So typically our raycast is going to check on the right side, and then we'll switch to the left side, and we'll switch to the top, and then the bottom. For now, I'm just going to handle left and right. So if let's actually get a reference to this. Alright, so this handles the left side. If this doesn't happen, then we'll have our raycast node flip. So adjacent room node dot cast 2 on the x-axis. It's going to equal vector 2. Set this as be -24, 0, and then we're going to do the same exact thing. Left and right is the only directions we have to check for, at least for now. We could technically just do all of them. So we check the right. Now we'll check the top. Do this again. And then one more time. For the bottom. But yeah, for the most part, we're only going to get either one of these two. And then we want to make sure that we're running this from the main room. So like it'll start off with this first room and then it'll like iterate through each of these rooms. And honestly, we could technically have this running as we enter each room, or we could have it running just at the start of each room. I don't know yet. But I am going to take a break here, and I'll hopefully finish it by the end of today. I'll see you around.